What is happening, people? Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host Yannick. I do hope you are all doing well today, mate. I really do hope that. Welcome to your epic match preview preview for the game between Chelsea and Liverpool this weekend in the Premier League. A titanic clash between two clubs who have a lot of good footballers. Could it be an extra little bit spicy because of Jurgen Klopp's words regarding Chelsea Football Club's spending? More on that in just a moment. And are people almost definitely going to overreact from this result? Yes! Second game of the season, early stages of Frank Lampard's new Chelsea coming together. Liverpool are still champions of England, recent Champions League winners, very, very good, of course. And hopefully it should be a ding-dong. That's right, epic scenes in the drama of football has fully returned, so you need to keep up to date by checking out OneFootball. That's right, brothers and sisters, OneFootball is a totally free one-stop app to give you everything you need regarding football information, whether it's score updates, lineups, match statistics, transfer news, everything you need. You can set up alerts on either your club or your national team. It's brilliant. Hell, I use it every day. You can too. Do check out the OneFootball app by clicking the link in the top of the description. Cheers. Alright then, let's get into it. Oh yeah, please do also subscribe to Football Therapy if you're new to the channel. Hey, only if you want to, but we're close to 100k, so, you know, bell notifications icon too, and why not like the video, man? Help me out. Yeah? Cheers. Alright, Chelsea versus Liverpool. I'm going to do a predicted Chelsea lineup in a bit, and also talk about the game a little bit more. It's worth noting at the moment, Liverpool have signed Thiago Alcantara, but he will not be fit for the Chelsea game, thank God. What a player he is, by the way. Anyway, this game has a little bit of extra spice because of Jurgen Klopp's words, how he came out and critiqued Chelsea's method, well, not even method, just spending this summer. He's like, you know, we can't do what Chelsea do. We just built a team, you know, we've got regular players. Chelsea have just gone out and broken football. Paraphrasing here, obviously. Frank Lampard, with the right to respond, came out in a press conference and said, dude, I'm not, like, offended, I'm amused. What are you on about? Think about it, Jurgen Klopp's bought loads of players, world record fee for a goalkeeper, world record fee for a centre half, they bought Naby Keita, they bought Thiago Alcantara, you know, Minamino, granted it was cheap, and there's a couple of more as well. He's bought players, man. Fact is, Chelsea have just done 2 years worth under Frank Lampard in one window, and also they were due a rebuild. You know, sure, Liverpool have Malang and Sarr, but Chelsea's wingers for a long time were Willian and Pedro, to which have both gone this window, plus we're making up for lost time. Plus Chelsea are just spending money that they've earned through sales like Morata and Hazard, generated loads of funds. So really, it's an absolute nonsense. I don't know why Jurgen Klopp said that, and if he looked at the details even a little bit closely, you could see all those things that I've reeled off, and ultimately, he's kind of made himself look a little silly because, yes, Liverpool are the benchmark of the top club. They've been run incredibly well. Granted, some Liverpool fans will be frustrated in the lack of business this window, but they have been run incredibly well, and that is buying into a long-term project with Jurgen Klopp and spending appropriately. Chelsea are trying to do the same. He's already like 2 years into his reign now, or in the second year, and only now they've started spending when they needed a changing of the guard. It's absolutely normal, and it's not a good look for Jurgen Klopp to come out like that, really. It's a shame, because generally I did like Jurgen Klopp. I think he's a funny, charismatic guy who usually comes out and realises when he's wrong, and that's a strong character trait. But this is just silly. Anyway, we move. So, Chelsea versus Liverpool. Let's bring up the analysis screen and talk about lineups. Quickly, let's have a look at the Liverpool lineup against Leeds last time out at Anfield. I expect something pretty darn similar against Chelsea. Sure, they had some defensive frailties, but ultimately their first team was out, and I can imagine we will see the same against Chelsea this weekend. Obviously, Virgil van Dijk made that high-profile error, leading to a Patrick Bamford goal. That's right, Patrick Bamford. Interestingly, no one's made more errors leading to goals than Virgil van Dijk since the start of last season in the Premier League. Wow. But Salah looks on flames, Mane still looks like he fancies it, and of course they're just an incredible team. So Chelsea are going to hope that perhaps Virgil keeps a little bit of wobbly form up and it's worth mentioning Trent Alexander-Arnold had one of the worst right-back performances I'd ever seen in that game. And I'm not just slating a Liverpool player, I think he's the best right-back in the league. So it's just a fact. Right, moving on, this is my Chelsea lineup. I'm gonna take you through it. Upon a lot of reflection, I have actually gone for a 4-2-3-1. I was pretty adamant it was gonna be a 4-3-3, but on my live stream Chatting Balls show on Yan's Yard, little plug there for my other YouTube channel, Yan's Yard, I did a selection game with everyone in the chat, and it came up with a 4-2-3-1 ultimately, so I'm gonna keep it here. Between the sticks, I do expect to see Kepa Arrizabalaga keep his place. Yes, he's been poor. Yes, the last game out, he was probably at fault for the goal, but Kepa has actually played very well for Liverpool before. Most notably, I'm remembering his treble save against Liverpool. It's the kind of opponent that actually might suit Kepa, like a lot of short range shots against him. You know, he is a good shot stopper, and they're not going to be putting crosses into the box where, you know, he can never come out and claim balls. So maybe this will suit him and maybe give him an opportunity to gain a little bit more confidence in goal. Right back, I've gone for Reece James. Obviously he got a goal and an assist last time out. He's looking very good. Chelsea are going to need dynamism. I nearly picked Azpilicueta here for defensive solidity, but I do genuinely think with a 4-2-3-1 we can go with a little bit more of a dynamic fullback, right back rather. So Reece James is on the right. Now, call me a wild man, but I'm going to put in the centre back positions Kurt Zouma, not so wild, very good centre half, but I am actually going to partner him with Thiago Silva. What? That's right, Thiago Silva's been with the team for just a few days, but for some reason I feel like he's going to be thrown into this match. Frank Lampard, all the noises around Chelsea are saying that Frank Lampard is desperate to get him in as soon as possible. Granted, this might seem too soon. Baptism of fire, champions of England, Premier League, 36-year-old, boom, go and do it please. But I've just got this funny feeling, so I've put Thiago Silva and Kurt Zouma in the centre-half positions. Now, left-back is an interesting one because Ben Chilwell has been training with Chelsea for much longer than Thiago Silva, but he is coming off an injury and I don't think he's match fit. So I'm going to put Cesar Azpilicueta at left back. Interesting. Yes, not Marcus Alonso. I think he got a really torrid time against Lamptey. So we're going to need someone a little bit more defensively smart to kind of like track runs a little bit better, and I think Azpilicueta could play left back. Boom, boom, the midfielder two for me, and this is more what I'd like than perhaps necessarily what we're gonna see. I want to see a double pivot of N'Golo Kante and Mateo Kovacic, who no longer has a suspension, rather than Jorginho. I think those two, you know, Kante winning back, Kovacic progressing the ball up, rather than, you know, long range passing, I think that might suit. And as there's three attackers behind the strikers, I think it will be easier to link up play. So I want to see the double pivot with Kante and Kovacic. On the right wing, Callum Hudson-Odoi comes in for me for a start. I think it would suit him a lot better. We've seen him score goals cutting in on his left foot, and obviously he can swap with the other winger. I think the pace of Callum Hudson-Odoi breaking behind Liverpool's fullbacks is really, really important, and I expect to see him, and I don't expect to see Kai Havertz deployed wide anymore, because I do think Kai Havertz is going to start this game in the number 10 role. That's right, just in behind his mate, spoiler, Timo Werner up front. You could already see the graphic anyway. I think Kai Havertz operates best there, perhaps less running, less tracking back, and I think he can just float around, use his delicate skills to get in and around the lines and play make and score and assist, etc. Easiest selection for me, because I think he is being saved for this game on the left, is of course Captain America, Christian Pulisic. His birthday today, by the way. He absolutely devastated Liverpool when he was on the pitch against them, when he came on against them last time he played. He's the perfect kind of player profile to play against this Liverpool side. He's fast, he's dynamic, he's super high octane on the break, and I think Chelsea will absolutely try and utilise him here, and I think he was being saved for this game, so Christian Pulisic on the left wing. Which of course leaves Timo Werner up front. He was interviewed after his debut, and the interviewer said, "Will you be fit for Liverpool?" And he went, "Of course, you're always fit for this game." And obviously his links with Liverpool, he will be gagging to go out there and score a goal and show him what he's made of, or show them what he's made of rather. So that completes my starting 11. Very, very interesting thing here is Mason Mount hasn't been selected. Frank Lampard loves playing Mason Mount, so It's 4-2-3-1. If you're going to play a number 10, I think you're going to play superstar Kai Havertz. And that's my starting lineup, so let's get rid of this screen. There we have it. I think this is going to be a good game, although I think it comes too soon for Frank Lampard's new Chelsea, new and developing Chelsea. If it is, you know, Thiago Silva thrown in for his debut, you know, that's his debut, and plus we won't have Ben Chilwell ready, and there's just a few things that I feel like they haven't had enough time and they need to learn and develop as a group. Saying that, they're very, very talented, and if Chelsea set up well enough, I think this will be a really good game. I'm going to go for a score prediction of 2-2 for this game, and to be honest, if it is 2-2, I'll be very happy. Chelsea going toe-to-toe with the champions so early in this Frank Lampard new dawn, new project. So I'd absolutely take that, and obviously I'd love a win. And I won't lose my mind if it's a loss, because I'm too sensible for that. Anyway, what do you guys think? I'm really keen to get your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. Please do drop them. Tell me your lineups, tell me what I did wrong, tell me your score predictions. I want to hear it all. I'll be down there reading it. Also, if you've enjoyed the video, drop a like. Remember to subscribe to this channel if you're new, man. And what else? Yeah, go check out my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/YansYard, where I'm streaming pretty much every day, FIFA, etc. It's a lot of fun. Do consider coming to hang out. Other than that, I'm out. Enjoy the football. I'll see you later.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy tuck. I'ma get it how I'm living. I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought. Body bag the verse, outlined in chalk. In my life seen trouble, hustle on the double. Silence on the trigger like my pick got a muzzle. Yo, chick like to guzzle, bad boy stay in trouble. I only love this paper, sorry I don't. I laugh me, baby.